Hare Krishna. Worthless people live only to eat and drink. People of worth eat and drink only to live. Socrates. In life, it is very easy to get carried away by what is in front of us, what presents itself alluringly and beckons us forcefully. And in that process, we may forget what is really important. So, when we forget that which is really important, then our life becomes unimportant. Because ultimately, how we use our life determines the value of our life. So, if we spend it on unimportant things, then our life becomes unimportant. So, we all need to eat, we need to drink. These are basically bodily needs. And nature is arranged in such a way that these bodily needs can also give us some pleasure. So, we would like to eat delicious food, we would like to take delicious drinks. And this pleasure can be a part of a balanced, purposeful life, or this pleasure can make us imbalanced and it can take us away from the purpose of life. So, for example, if some people get so caught in eating, so consumed by the desire to eat, that they forget to eat and drink, and they forget anything higher in life. Right from the time they wake up in the morning till they sleep at night, the only thing that they are looking forward to is what will be the next delicacy they can get to eat and what can they drink. So when this happens, when such a situation comes in their life where they are, the only thing they are looking forward to is what they can eat or what they can drink, then they get completely misdirected. Their life becomes worthless. After all species eat and drink. We human beings have been given higher intelligence by which we can do something constructive, something valuable in our life. If we just get caught in eating and drinking, say for example, a student goes to a top university, say in India, IIT, or in America, Ivy League college, and when they get into such an elite college, and there's so much opportunity to learn and grow, which is not available in most other universities for most other people. But if they spend their time just in eating and drinking, then if they had studied and excelled in their education, their life would be so much worthwhile. They would have such a lucrative career ahead of them. But if they waste their time in eating and sleeping, they don't eating and drinking, and they don't learn much. And then not only is there that phase of life wasted, it turns out to be worthless, but eventually they end up not having a worthwhile life even in future. So it's very important to get our priorities straight. The Bhagavad Gita 3rd chapter 17th verse talks about how Indriyarama mogham partha sajivati, that one who lives for sensual pleasure lives in vain, lives worthlessly. So eating and drinking are quintessential sensual pleasures. And not only can our life become worthless, actually it can also become harmful, hurtful for ourselves and hurtful for others if we are not careful. For example, when a person drinks alcoholic drinks and drinks them excessively, the person becomes intoxicated, the person becomes depraved, the person acts foolishly, sometimes acts devilishly, hurting others, squandering money, ruining one's reputation, wrecking one's relationships, destroying one's career. So actually, from a worthwhile situation, they may just become worthless if they become alcohol addicts and they just waste everything. So we may say that this is extreme, but millions of people all over the world are addicted to alcohol, and they have endured this kind of devastation in their lives because of the distortion of their priorities. So if we want to maintain the worth of our life, then we need to keep our purpose clear. And that clear purpose comes strongest when we have a spiritual understanding of life. If our conception of life is materialistic, then material pleasures are the goal of life, and eating and drinking are considered to be material pleasures. So then we may wonder, why should I check myself? But then people who just live for eating and drinking, what do they achieve in their life? Nothing constructive. Even if they start off on some valuable project, they can't persevere because they just don't have the commitment. The mind will get dragged to the next next session of eating and drinking, and they will be dragged down again. So people of worth, they understand that yes, this body is a vehicle and I need to eat, I need to provide it whatever its needs are, but I have a higher purpose. The Bhagavad Gita explains that we are souls and our purpose is contribution and purification. That by functioning in a mood of service, of loving service to our source, God, and to all living beings in relationship with Him, by striving to use our talents and interests in a mood of service, then we can make constructive contributions and we can also get purification. And thus, we can actually increase our self-worth. We can increase the worth of our contributions. So, when we do something challenging and we are able to tolerate our lethargy, tolerate the austerity, and persevere and achieve, we feel fulfilled. We feel that we have achieved something worthwhile. Our self-worth rises when we do something worthwhile, and our self-worth goes down when we engage in worthless activities. And when we live for eating and drinking, our self-worth plummets down. And when we live for a higher purpose, for service and contribution, then actually we get purified internally by our connection with God in a mood of devotion, and externally we make worthwhile contributions. And thus, through the increase in our self-worth internally and through the increase in the worth of our contributions externally, our life becomes eminently worthwhile. Thank you. Hare Krishna.